Welcome to this week's edition of Panther Paws. I'm Parker Johnson, and this week we went to bring you news about the upcoming events of Halloween and places to see around Huntsville. And of course, what would Halloween be without some ghost stories?
You're traveling to another dimension, a dimension not only of sight and sound, but of mind. A journey to a wondrous land whose boundaries are only that of the imagination. There's a signpost up ahead. Your next stop, Panther Paws. Some people say that the Huntsville High School Theater, in which I'm in right now, is haunted with a ghost. We asked Mr. Chappell to help enlighten us on these paranormal activities.
You want to know why the auditorium is haunted? Many people don't believe it is. You have not been here like I have. There's a former student of mine, her name is Shannon, and she was killed, unfortunately, all too early, 1 week after she graduated from Butler High School in 1985. Weird, strange things would happen. Things like costumes missing, things that Shannon had worn in previous shows would just suddenly not be in the costume room. I thought, there's no way she's going to follow me over here. And I was wrong. During one performance, a white dress just appeared out in the front row. The costume ladies didn't know who brought it out. No one had seen it. It just appeared on the front row. So, we hope you come to our productions. She usually leaves everybody alone. Only you'll find out if you do come.
We also interviewed some other inhabitants of Huntsville High School to see if they've encountered any otherworldly phenomenons.
There's this mausoleum in Maple Hill Cemetery, and this old woman was buried there with her rocking chair. So if you put your ear up to the wall, you can hear her chair making wood creaky noises, which is kind of spooky.
I went to Dead Children's Playground with a bunch of my friends, and we saw one of the swings moving by themselves.
Kildare is pretty horrifying. She turns people into toads, and she hangs kids by their toenails.
This is John Melvin for Panther Paws.
Halloween is right around the corner, and Huntsville has a lot of activities this year. One of them is the HHS play, Harry's Hotter at Twilight. Here's a student to tell us more about it.
Well, Huntsville High Theater Department will be putting on a show entitled Harry's Hotter at Twilight, which is kind of a comedy that parodies almost every fandom that exists. And it'll be performing October the 31st, once during school, for which you don't have to buy tickets, and then once after school at I think 7 o'clock. And you have to contact the box office to buy tickets.
Tate Farms is a well-known family attraction here in Huntsville. We went over there to see what it was all about.
Welcome to Tate Farms. My name is Stuart McGill. I'll kind of be your host today. What we're doing here is for the last 18 seasons we've had agritourism venture, and what we did 18 years ago is we needed to teach people about agriculture. So we decided we were going to start a pick your own pumpkin patch. Well, today that pumpkin patch has grown into 70 acres of pumpkins. We grow every single pumpkin we have here today. We have over 90 different varieties of pumpkins that we grow here at Tate Farms. Tate Farms is owned and operated by 5 brothers. Myself, I am just the manager of the pumpkin patch. I married the farmer's daughter. That's how I became part of the pumpkin patch and the farm. We are typically open from 9 to 6 on Saturdays, 2 to 6 of the public Monday through Friday. Admission cost is $10 per head. During the fall, we have a jumping pillow, animal barns, we have all swings, animal pens where you can actually go in and pet the animals, lemonade, funnel cakes, tire mountain, corn cribs, a jumping pillow, a hay maze, everything we have built on site and we do ourselves. We take kids and families out to the field. They can choose their pumpkin, any pumpkin in the field, jack-o'-lantern, as we call it jack-o'-lantern, which is an orange pumpkin like you see behind me here in the trailer. Those are $5 a piece. From there, we price our pumpkins by the pound on specialties. Your whites, your greens, your pinks, your blues are all priced per the pound. Whenever you do go out to the field, we encourage every single person to get a pumpkin no matter the size or the shape because it's fresh straight off the vine grown here at Tate Farms.
Some other cool Halloween activities this year are the Halloween showing of E.T. and Poltergeist at the Space and Rocket Center. We hope everyone has a safe Halloween night.
We talked to Coach Johnson about the girls' basketball season.
I think expectations are high right now, and we have a lot of returning players from last season. So the mentality that they had when I got here, as far as, you know, feeling like they couldn't play with some teams and looking up to some teams, I think that's gone now. So this year is probably going to be a little rougher because we are going to have a bigger target on our back because everybody knows what we're capable of and they know our players and our system. And so it's going to be harder now because no one's going to overlook us.
We hoped you enjoyed this week's episode of Panther Paws. We close with a new segment called Karaoke with Carter. Be sure to tune in next week.
What does a fox say?
What does a fox say? Ding, 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 ding. Haji, 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 haji. What does a fox say? Ding, 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 ding.
What does the fox say? Ring ding 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 ding, ring ding 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 ding, ring ding 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 ding, ring ding ding.
Teal says ow ow ow, but there's one sound and no one knows.
What does the fox say?
Ding 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 ding.